Second Cup is brought to you by Roswell Park Comprehensive Care Center.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. It's 8 o'clock on the start of a Monday, January 5th.
It's cold in here.
Hope you had a nice new year. Hope you had a nice holiday.
It's cold out there, too.
It sure is. You know, this is the first time we've been together like this.
No, we were here last week, remember?
Oh, yeah, Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's the first time that we've been, like, together on the air for a long time.
Oh, because, right, we did Second Cup, but then we didn't write. Okay,
Right.
You're right. You were at my house the other day, though.
I was at your house.
We did Christmas gifts.
I was hanging with Logan.
Paul goes, wow, you guys are really on top of it for your Christmas gifts this year, because he knows 2 years ago, important that it's 2 years ago,
Right.
because 2 years ago, we didn't do them till like July.
It was the summer.
It was the summer. We were out having drinks on a patio and did Christmas gifts because we just kept like forgetting. And then he's like, wow, you guys are really on top of it this year. I go, oh, these are last year's Christmas
Yes.
gifts.
These
are
were
from
not
last
this year.
We just hung on to them.
And it was fine. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it was
everything
worth it.
still worked. I love my note set.
Oh my God, I knew you would like that. If there was one person who I know like backwards and forwards.
It's this cute, like, okay, so it was quote unquote an advent calendar like concept, but it doesn't have to be. It's like this cute little paper set, and it has a little drawer, and it has a little foldy thing, and there's all kinds of like paper stickers, little like things you would draw notes with, thank yous, regular notes. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna write so many notes.
Dear
Get
Paul.
ready, everybody.
Clean up.
Your socks. Love Katie, sticker, stamp.
But I know how much you love thank you notes, and I know how much you love writing
Like
just
little noties.
Exactly to different kinds of
Yep.
people.
That was a great gift.
What else is
what
going
else
on?
did you like? The first thing that you opened. Remember?
Uncle Sippy Cup.
No.
I loved that one.
About that, I got him a little rocks glass that said that. No, the cheese thing, wasn't that?
Oh
so
yeah.
cute?
Oh my God, I loved that.
I
Yes.
know.
We actually needed one really badly with the cheese knife, no less. So
cheese-
it's perfect.
That was fun.
So did you have a nice New Year's?
Yeah, I was in bed by like 10.
Okay.
And that was late. We went to a baby ball drop.
How was
I told
that?
you that. It was so cute. Although our baby, he's getting a little tooth, so he's a little fussy.
Aw.
So he's kind of in the phase where he doesn't want me out of his sight. So like he would sit and play, and normally he was like so happy to sit and play with his friends, but he'd like be playing, and then he'd be like,
Ah.
I'd be like, I'm right here, and he'd be like, woo.
Ah, poor
I'm like,
baby.
it's okay, I'm still here.
Sure.
And then he wanted to see me or Paul, but
A familiar face maybe is an overwhelming
he knows,
situation.
he knew the people who were there. It was just, my mom said he's a little more attached. I think it's just the age.
Sure.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm very easy to get attached to.
I understand. When you're not here, I feel lonely.
He looks around. Here I am. I just walked in. Relax.
I had I told you that I was off on Friday. I had a colonoscopy and an endoscopy to start the new year.
Which are all good things to get
Let
if you
me
need.
tell you. Do you know how much that cost?
I don't even want to know.
$1,000. A literal $1,000.
But that's your deductible,
Well,
right? So
paying toward
probably
it,
way more than that is what I'm saying.
I suppose. My deductible. We have a high deductible. So, I mean, I was just like I couldn't even believe it.
Better to.
I know, err on the side of caution. I know, but holy, you know what? I was down bad on Friday after that anesthesia. I don't remember a thing. Russell took me to the Pancake House afterward, and he said that
Because you haven't eaten for like a full day.
Thank you.
So like, yeah.
Well, I saw you on Thursday, and I'm like, guys, I love you, but I gotta go. Literally.
I know. I was like, do you want some black coffee? Or how about a water?
Right. How about
Does
some
water sound so good?
white wine? No, I'm kidding. But anyway, he said that I stood up.
White wine, you can't have white
No. While I was in the waiting area outside the restaurant, and he said I went like this. I was standing up and just fell backwards, and he had to like save me. So funny. It really
Lord.
wasn't that bad though. Like honestly, the prep wasn't terrible, and
Just go get it done.
all's well that ends well. Let me tell you,
I'm trying not to freeze. I'm going to put this on my lap like a blanket now.
Peter says, "How was it?" It was honestly, it was fine. I don't remember a thing.
Yeah.
It was great. Let me tell you though, we watched and binge watched. We finished watching Stranger Things on New Year's Day.
Uh-huh.
Phenomenal.
You like the way it ended?
I like the way it
I
ended.
didn't. I haven't watched the last. I watched the first couple of seasons. I think I kind of gave up after that.
Okay, fair enough. It's a 10-year run.
I could go back to it.
Yeah, it was a great ending. Number 2, Heated Rivalry on HBO. Has anyone watched that? I have been. Okay, let me tell you. Heated Rivalry was. Oh, Crystal. Okay, I get an endo every 3 years. Yes, exactly. Listen, it is what it is. You can't put a price on your health, I suppose, but I needed it. Anyway, Heated Rivalry. If you need like a good smut / rom-com, not a comedy at all, romantic, like kind of really soul cleansing show, this was it. Oh my God.
It's not often that you hear those two words in the same sentence.
I'm telling you, this show, it's based on a book, by the way. I had no idea. Out of control. Out of control. Out of control. I mean, like, I have been in hysterics. I fell down the rabbit hole. I have been going on and on
Is
and
it
on.
a season, a whole season?
It's one season.
Okay.
And it
And you
came out of
finished the whole thing?
nowhere. Yeah.
Jeez.
And it was so good. Okay, Jeanette, thank you. Okay, so why do I call it smut? Because there's a lot of sex.
Sorry.
Let me also tell you something for those of you who are watching. It's about 2 gay hockey players, 4 gay hockey players actually. 3 and a fourth person.
What's it called?
Heated Rivalry.
Okay.
Paul's not going to like it. You might.
He might like it.
He won't like it.
Okay. This show he does like. Have you heard of this one?
No.
Righteous Gemstones. He says it's great, and he's like trying to get me to watch it. I've watched like little bits and pieces. Our life, we're too busy to watch something like that right now.
I get it.
Although I have been binge watching, quote unquote binge. I watch like one episode every 3 days. The West Wing. I'm going back to watch that.
Okay, I've heard it's very, very good.
Oh yeah, it is good. I would like it a lot. I just like it's very.
But you know how you need like something with like good, with characters who you can relate to, or characters who you might see yourself in, or oh my God, I have been doing like a deep dive of my life after the show,
Yeah.
and I mean like crying real tears because like you realize, and I don't know if this happens to you, but like how many mistakes you made in your dating life when you were younger. I was like, what am I doing? It was painful. It was painful.
That's funny.
But anyway.
I mean, I'm trying to think of the last like really good show. I'm really enjoying The West Wing. I'm trying to think like I don't watch anything like super current or haven't.
Mobland, Jordan says, is good.
My brother was singing the praises of the new Netflix documentary. He loves
Which one?
Boy, does he love a Netflix
The
documentary.
Diddy one?
No, the one about one of the wives. She was like a Mormon, an influencer.
The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
No,
I've heard that's
no.
really good.
It's like
Taylor
a
Epps likes
documentary
that.
thing. I'd have to
Yeah.
look it up, but he said it was good. He
No,
likes
but
lots of
Mobland's really
those.
good. It's like on Paramount Plus. It's from the same creators as like Yellowstone, but now they went overseas.
Okay.
It's like about an Irish British mob over there.
Ooh. Crystal says Fallout is fabulous.
My mother-in-law was trying to watch 1923, which is on Paramount Plus too,
I think my parents watched that.
because she's like, I really like Helen Mirren. And then I came in after I set it up for her. Came in after 15 minutes, and so she was like, I don't know if this is the show for me. It seemed like it was like really
She's so
violent right
sweet.
off the start, and so
Ah.
yeah, she settled on Old West Wing with me.
Well, speaking of violence, how about the Bills trouncing the Jets yesterday at Highmark Stadium? I mean, and this was with our second string QB, no less.
It's exciting.
It was a great game. Obviously, very, very high emotions at Highmark Stadium as we say goodbye to our beloved
Aw,
stadium. I
the
know, Trey
tears.
White. It was really cool to be in the stands for this, and really cool to be with friends who've been to the game,
Do you
every
know
every home game.
If you'll be around any of your same people at the new stadium,
We're going to be nearby our friends.
and it's just by chance, or you
I
guys
suppose.
like,
I mean, we kind of coordinated. They told us where they were going to be.
so
we
you
got
were
our
like, do you have
tickets after
anything
them.
around here?
Right,
Okay.
exactly.
Mhm.
Kelly says, I'm not here to gloat. I haven't been to a game in over 10 years, and I'm not saying I'm a good luck charm, but the signs are there. I honestly thought that there was going to be a little bit more to like some of the storytelling. Like I thought we were going to see like inside the new stadium or something. I thought they were going to kind of like make a big reveal. They didn't.
Well, it might not be. Some parts might not be done yet.
Right.
You know?
I thought I was waiting for it, but I was like, no.
I
But
have
anyway,
to assume you've got to do everything,
The
in
right way,
the right
yeah.
order too. So I'm no architect, but
but there were fireworks at the end, and it was really nice to hear from people who've built their lives around this stadium. It was very, very cool. Oh my God, the flyover. People poop all over these flyovers.
yeah.
But I think it's really amazing.
It's 5 years old.
Do you know what what I want to say is something that I can't say, but I just don't understand why we don't like this. I think it's really just super patriotic, very cool. It brings everyone together. I just love it.
I forgot about that traffic cam that we were supposed to show people. Jordan, can you go to NITEC and pull up?
We're all over the place today.
Yeah, I forgot. I wanted to tell you guys this because I did the cut in, and then I was like, oh, I should let everybody know if you're heading out soon. The 90 at William, which you could also show Walden too, I think either, because there's an exit away from each other. Yeah. Well, that doesn't look too bad now. What's that one, Walden? Go to William. Clickety-clack on over to William there. And that's where you'll see people are just being held up there. And that's right where everything comes in together. It's where the 33. Oh, is it? Good. Fantastic. It just took us a few minutes of chit-chatting.
Okay, there you go. A little hold up. Nothing too crazy, though.
Jordan, that's not the camera.
Oh.
Oh, the 33.
Always somebody else's fault.
I'm like, that's not it.
Lauren says I'm just hitting that
There you
traffic
go.
now.
There's a 33.
Why, Lauren?
So mine's the other way. Hers is that way, right?
Are you going to work? Huh. Where are you
Sick.
going, Lauren? Anyway,
Don't be so nosy.
I'm-
She's doing stuff.
I have so many questions. You know that.
So nosy. Okay. Anyways, just know that a little bit of a hold up there. There was an accident.
Oh, near the 400. Okay.
Well, and you know what? There was one on the 198 before too.
Right.
Like we're just kind of watching. It's a little slippery.
Listen, people are getting back to work for the first time in God knows how long,
Right.
and so they got to learn how to drive again. It's just
I
the
looked
truth.
outside and it looked like there was a little bit of snow in my car, so I thought,
Yeah.
maybe it's a little slippery out there.
Could be. Charles Veen says, it was surreal, great game night, great memories. Right. And Noreen says it makes me emotional every time they fly over. I just love that stuff.
Oh, Kathy says go to the Niagara Falls Air Show.
I think it's so cool. Remember when the Blue Angels?
Do I remember? It was so fun.
Oh my gosh.
Remember,
so
you'd be
cool.
like doing something and you'd be like, "Rrr," and you're like, what is that? And you'd be
Yeah.
one of the play because they were practicing for a couple days and they were in town. That was awesome.
It was so cool.
Paul and I went to the old Doug's Dive,
Yes,
Charlie's Boatyard,
right.
and we're sitting there and like it was awesome.
It
'cause
was
they would,
Father's Day
It
weekend.
was so cool.
And we were on the boat on the water, and they would like fly over on the
Yeah.
water, and it would rock the boat. That's
I
how loud it was.
That's cool. And I was shooting. I remember a story. I was out at a graveyard shooting this story. You go
Wow.
to random places for our work, right? And it was in Buffalo though. And oh my God, same thing. Like you're like, what is that? All of a sudden,
Crazy.
oh, it's a Blue Angel.
Kelly says, all jokes aside, it was such a fun experience. Younger years, you take for granted how cool it is to experience the atmosphere. Talk about the Bills. Everyone is just happy and friendly, even around our seats, but need more room to make new memories.
There you go.
I agree in what will look like a phenomenal place. That's a great way to look at it, Kelly. It's very cool to spend time with people who have a common interest, and like this is what drives our economy, and what it makes you realize is how lucky we are to live here, and how lucky, I've kind of felt this, bless you, yesterday when I was listening to like the veterans speak and listening to Marv even come on the screen and ask where else would you rather be than right here, right now.
You know what though? And I like that.
Yeah,
But I also look at that as like, that's the old.
absolutely.
And I do, and I no knock on the old, but I do think we have to we can't just be sad.
No,
right? We
yeah.
have to get excited.
Yeah, for what's ahead.
Yeah, for what's ahead.
Well, and I guess my
'Cause it's
point
cool.
was, yeah.
We don't get this stuff.
No, and that's my point,
Yeah.
right? Is that like we are so lucky to have this, and we're so lucky that this is what drives us, right? For 15 years I've lived here. I didn't really love football
When you first got here.
or before then. But like when you come to Buffalo, when you come to Western New York, it's the Bills culture that really embraces you.
Yeah.
And you have to like dive in head first.
You know, and it's one of those things where, like, a lot of times people will be like, this is why we can't have nice things. We can't have nice things. We can't have nice things. Like, we get that a lot, right? In Western New York, we hear
Right.
stuff like that a lot. Now we do. We've got something,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying the Ralph didn't have its awesome parts, but this is cool. Look, we've got something nice. We've got something new. It's bright and shiny. It's going to be so
Exactly.
cool to check out.
And Lauren's right. We're lucky our stadium is staying in Buffalo.
The bathrooms are going to be
Thank you. Oh my God. Let me tell you, there have been a time.
The bathrooms are going to be nice. The seats are going to be nice. You know?
I cannot, if I see a trough in the new stadium, I'm going to lose my mind. Do you even know what that's like, peeing in a trough?
Well, no. I'm okay with that.
It's so gross.
Yeah, it just,
And you know me, like,
no.
I
You know what?
can't.
We don't have to dig into this. We can leave that one right here.
Mark says CBS did a great job showcasing Highmark and having 2 ex-players from other teams that played in the stadium years ago. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. My dad says, I liked the Bills' offensive packages. This is how they win games. I hope they do this in the playoffs.
You know what's it'll be really interesting to see how the next week goes.
It's Bills Jags, 1 p.m. on Sunday.
It's a good game time.
I know. Thank God. Here's how everything else kind of shakes out.
Can I tell you what also is funny? We're so used to having a bye week right now.
Oh, right. You're right. Because we've always had a game at home for the last couple of years. Well, it turns out Denver won the division. And so we are taking it on the road for the first time in however many years with Sean McDermott and Josh Allen together. And so it's 1 p.m. Sunday. Chargers and is that the Chargers and the Patriots?
Yes.
Yeah. Sunday, 8 p.m. The Texans and the Steelers. Monday night.
Have you seen the dad on Instagram who shows his little baby the pictures of the logos and he says different words?
I feel like I have.
I think I probably showed you. It's so funny. I forget what the Buffalo, we were like the blueberries or something.
Oh, that's funny.
Because he sees the Bills, he's like, blueberry.
The
And he's like, Buffalo blueberries. That was something like that. It is so cute, the things that this little kid comes up with.
Well, we can only have fingers crossed that we make it past this round. As Mark says, I hate to say this, but the Jags are so good. But look, you know what? You got to believe. We're Buffalo, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, if not now, when? It's our time.
Yeah. Wouldn't
our
it be
time.
interesting if this was like our time and it's like been a little bit of, let's say, a shakier season than we've seen in the past?
And it's totally possible. Wouldn't that be something?
Be
We'll
something.
see. Denise says, for us to have home advantage for the playoffs, Bills and Chargers have to win. Okay, well, time will tell. Fingers crossed, like I said. Think good thoughts, good juju.
Can you imagine that we like redo all the Ralph Wilson Stadium stuff, all the Highmark Stadium stuff? We're just like re-rack it up.
I mean,
we're like,
listen, we ran the emotional roller coaster yesterday, so I don't know that I could do that again.
get back in line, everybody, because we're getting back on. Yeah.
I will tell you this, though. I saw 2 Erie County Sheriff's deputies walking 2 different people out from my section yesterday after they were trying to remove, and successfully did, remove the backs of their bleacher seats from the bleachers.
Don't do that, guys.
I mean, this was, and they warned you about this, but these people, I mean, it could be bad for them.
Don't do that.
Don't do it. Anyway.
I know.
Yeah, BAD. Not good. Also want to talk about what's going on in Venezuela. I don't know if you saw this over the weekend, but Nicolas Maduro captured by the United States government.
Probably you did see it because, like,
Yeah.
on Saturday, if you turn on the TV, you're like, "What?"
This was everywhere, right? So we went in as a country to Venezuela, captured and arrested Maduro and his wife, who, frankly, a lot of is said to be the illegitimate dictator, the illegitimate president of Venezuela, who stole the election.
And we've been seeing over the past few weeks, maybe like let's say the tensions rise.
Sure, yes,
right?
absolutely.
Because we saw the different strikes on boats and we saw what was happening. We saw tensions rising. I don't know that many people saw this happening,
Right.
but it did. They're in New York now.
So, and to Anita's question, why is he in New York? So here's the backstory. Back in 2020, he was actually charged by federal indictment federal complaint for drugs and weapon charges.
Yes.
And this has been going on and on and on now for 5 years, 6 years, really. And the United States government pulled the trigger, went in, captured him, and is now bringing him to justice.
Mark says it's not about the drugs, it's about the oil.
So I spoke with a Venezuelan native. His name is David Morales, and he became a U.S. citizen within the last year or so after years and years and years of waiting. He came here on a student visa.
About our age, let's say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally our age. I want you to listen to what he says, because whatever you think it's about, even if it's about oil, David says it doesn't matter to him because the people in his country are free. Listen to this.
We've been waiting for this moment for 27 years. We've been hoping for a change for 27 years. And was very happy.
You're emotional. Tell me why.
Just since, 27 years ago, a lot of us have suffered, have left the country. We protested. I got friends that got shot, friends that got killed. Families have fled. Families have got, split up through all these time. And it is crazy to know that it's finally over.
And you mentioned that you were on the side of the good guys. What does that feel like?
It's mixed emotions. It's like, I'm finally made it. I'm finally on the side of the government that wants to help people, that wants to help others, that just wants to be just a good government, a good country. It's just, it feels good. Feels good.
It seems very overwhelming for you.
It is just like a lot going on, 27 years going after these. You dream about it, you think about it, but you never think it's going to happen. You never really actually think, you're like, I never expected this to happen. And I always had a dream that one day I will take my kids back. And I think now I can. Where I grew up and where I went to school. So I think now I'll be able to do that.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
Well, that, just saying, hey, I always wanted to bring my kids back, never thought I could.
Right. and I think that when we're hearing these voices, when we're hearing these stories.
I mean, he lives here.
Right. In Hamburg. And you understand that people had to leave their country out of fear.
Or they watch their friends get shot.
Right. There is an inherent problem.
Yeah.
Jeanette says, this Venezuelan girl gives a great perspective for us to see what life is like there, and she posts a TikTok. Why is it important to hear this voice? Because as Americans, I don't think that we are able to put ourselves in somebody else's shoes sometimes, because we are so lucky to live in a place like this where freedom comes with freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of religion.
It's hard for us to maybe imagine that it doesn't in other places.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
And that's my
how
point.
we grew up. Yeah.
Kelly says, this was a heartbreaking interview, but in a good way. I can't imagine not being able to go back home or not wanting to go because of how bad it is there. And so, on the other hand, you've got somebody like Chuck Schumer, who is the Senate Minority Leader, saying, we shouldn't fight lawlessness with lawlessness, saying that this was an illegal entry, essentially, into Venezuela, capturing Maduro.
Well, there was some conversation of should there have been congressional approval here?
Right. And I think those are good conversations to have, and it's important to have those conversations. And even David was saying, okay, now there's questions about what comes next.
Right.
And there's a little bit of skepticism about what comes next, potentially. But the reality is, the person who created so much of this problem for him and for so many of the people who he loves is now gone. And I think that's what is really most important for the people of Venezuela at this point.
Yeah. I think, too, the other side of it that Chuck Schumer was saying is, there is maybe concern now for, like you said, what comes next, right? And What'd you say? Oh, you do have that song. You know, we should play that too. Let's listen to what Chuck Schumer had to say.
Horrible, horrible person. But you don't treat lawlessness with other lawlessness. And that's what's happened here. The United States will run Venezuela. We have learned through the years when America tries to do regime change and nation building in this way, the American people pay the price in both blood and in dollars.
He's not wrong in that capacity. I mean, we saw what happened in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Right. So, I mean, it's good to hear from both sides.
Absolutely.
And to consider all those voices.
I want to be clear, though. You know, on Instagram, when I posted this video over the weekend of David and my conversation with him, it seems like from some of the comments that have trickled in, there is such an ignorance to another side of the conversation. And it seems like there is a perspective that people just don't want to be able to listen to. And let me dig a little bit deeper into what I'm saying here. There was one commenter who says, okay, well, are you going to find the person who is protesting in the street against the illegal invasion of Venezuela? Sure. But that person isn't from Western New York potentially necessarily, right? This person is. This is your neighbor. This is somebody who is just like you, who literally lives among us, telling us what it was like living there and his lived experience. And I think so often we're so quick to say, yeah, but without actually listening to what the yeah is.
Well, and you know what? If there is somebody in Western New York who feels that way, I think it would be important to hear what they have to say.
I agree. And so I challenged that person on Instagram to say, okay, well, do you
know
have that
somebody,
connection?
right?
And his message back was, do your job. My message back to him was, I did, and he didn't like it. You know, just because you don't agree with the opinion just because you don't agree with the lived experience doesn't necessarily entitle you to negate or diminish that person's experience or their opinion. And I think that in 2026, we all just have to be a little bit better about that.
Well, I mean, that could be said for so many different things.
Absolutely.
Like, let's try to look at the sides of everything.
Yeah.
You know, we always say that here, especially on this show. We try to look at all sides.
And it's
all
important to
sides.
do
Yeah,
so.
Hear all the voices. Yeah, because here's Anita saying the 80 plus people who died. Is that okay?
Right.
That is the other side.
Exactly.
You know? And I do, you know, it's important to look at all of it. And it's also like not one of us is going to be like, this is or is not okay.
Exactly.
That's just like how.
We have to be able to like turn our ears on, digest.
Well, look at it like this.
Exactly. It's
before you before you draw your conclusions.
It's so important. And just listen to the people who are telling their truth as opposed to the pundits or, you know, the talking heads that you see on TV. You know, it was so important for me to be able to share that story. No, they weren't from the United States. They were Venezuelans who died, it appears. No one from the U.S. was affected here, thankfully. Yeah, compassion and empathy are free, isn't it true?
Well, and the more you open yourself up to listening to different sides and different voices, you know, the more perspective you gain, I think.
Yeah. But isn't that so good to help shape your opinion?
Yeah. It's necessary, I think. You don't want to just have an opinion based on one side. I just, because then even if you're trying to defend your opinion, you don't have the ability to really do it intelligently.
Well, and I think that's why, you know, you and I and, you know, all of you, like we are all here together. We're all able to kind of like take an issue,
yeah,
dissect it,
and talk about the different sides.
Yeah,
it's
which
just
is
kind of
important
what's
to do
happening
that.
here.
I love that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
all right, we better go. 8:30. Oh my gosh,
time flies when you're having fun.
You know, the days have flown lately.
Yeah, how did we already get through the
I
holidays?
don't know, but last week seems so long. I know you're only here a couple days, but like it was so weird having Thursday off then, and all of us on Friday were like, "What is happening?"
I get it because I was in Friday after Christmas and it was so weird.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
why are
just
we
like,
here?
What is happening right now? Right, and then it's a weekend, and then you're like, "Oh my gosh!"
Circle back.
All right,
Have a great day, everyone.